Do you ever feel that you're not that attractive and try to find your flaws? You're worth much more than you think. Hey everybody, welcome to Psychology Element. In today's video, we'll discuss the 10 signs that you are more attractive than you think. So, without any further delay, let's start. Number 1. Others always start a conversation with you. Are you someone that never has to start a conversation because others are always trying to get it going? Well, this might be one of the first signs that you are way more attractive than you believe yourself to be. Others are naturally drawn to you and strike a conversation with you. Are you always the center of attention at parties or social gatherings? Or do you notice that people are more eager to talk to you when there are others available? Well, all of these simply imply what we've just said. They could perceive you to be gorgeous. They want to get your attention, get to know you better, and make a lasting impression on you. Research shows that good-looking people somehow just become the center of attention at social gatherings. They are more included in everything, be it a conversation or something else. So, even if you aren't the one to strike up a conversation, others will simply do that for you. This goes for both men and women. If you're at a social gathering and always find yourself with a chatty companion, congratulations! Number 2. You don't get many compliments. This might sound completely bogus, but actually there's proof that very attractive people don't get a lot of compliments. The reason behind this phenomenon is simply that other people think that such people already know they are attractive. So they imagine that it's useless pointing out the obvious. Plus, people think that attractive people already get a lot of attention and compliments, and them pointing it out again is only going to make them uncomfortable. They believe that playing cool is actually better than sounding repetitive. Think back. Have you ever looked good and expected people to compliment you, only to be disappointed? Or maybe you got a few compliments, but you were expecting more. Either way, it may be because you are more attractive than you realize. Number 3. Compliments don't sound genuine. Ever heard half-hearted compliments like, "Oh, you look good, as always," or "You always look pretty"? That might sound really annoying because they are generic compliments and often sound half-hearted. And sometimes you've really spent some time on your appearance and want to receive more specific compliments. Maybe something about your makeup or hair, but you didn't get as many compliments as you expected. And even the ones you got sounded nothing more than apathetic statements. However, some researches show that if you receive a lot of generic compliments, you are more attractive than you believe. The reason behind this is simple. People don't want to seem repetitive. Plus, they think that paying so much attention to a fact that is so obvious is simply not going to faze you, or worse, it might annoy you. Number 4. People listen when you talk. We all want to talk, not listen. People are usually good at talking and get impatient when they have to listen to someone else talk for long. However, if you notice that people tend to listen to you when you talk, congratulations! It is backed up by some studies that people tend to listen more to others when they perceive them as attractive. The reason is simply that they want to get to know you better and they want to listen to your ideas, hobbies, or whatever you want to talk about. They are simply enchanted by you and genuinely interested in what you have to say. This goes for both genders. Doesn't matter if you're a male or a female. This also gives you a significant advantage at work. You get to stand out and present your ideas and speak your mind. Number 5. People want to work with you. Well, this might seem a little unfair, but many studies have found that more attractive people have a better shot at getting certain jobs. There's even a wide gap in the salaries of more attractive people compared to less attractive people. In some cases, the gap is as wide as the gender pay gap. Studies also show that more good-looking people have a much higher chance of negotiating their ideal salary. So, if the people around you are enthusiastic to work with you, this is one sign that you are more attractive than you think. You might also find other people trying to be on the same team as you when people are being divided into teams. You might also notice that people tend to come closer to you when conversing, instead of keeping their distance. They might try to decrease the distance between you and themselves. Number 6. People raise their brows when they look at you. We all have subconscious reactions when we find someone very attractive. However, some subconscious reactions are common to the majority of people. One of these is people raising their brows when they look at someone they perceive as attractive. Raising the brows is often a reaction to something surprising, eye-catching, something that just makes you wonder. However, in this instance, it isn't a surprise. Some studies imply that this may be a subconscious reaction to see more of what they find pleasing. In this case, you. As a consequence, when someone finds you attractive, they often raise their eyebrows subconsciously. Of course, this doesn't mean that they wear that surprised expression throughout the time they are interacting with you. It just occurs for a brief moment, perhaps a few seconds. Although there are people out there who are extremely good at keeping their expressions under control so they would mask their reaction pretty quickly, you might even miss it altogether. But it's there long enough for you to notice. So, if you routinely catch people raising their brows briefly when they see you, it is another sign that you are way more attractive than you think. Number 7. If you are one of the people who smile a lot. It is scientifically proven that people are considered more attractive when they're smiling. A study included pictures of various people with various expressions, and then random people were asked about which ones they found more attractive. It was found that people who were smiling were deemed more attractive than people who wore other expressions. So, if you are one of the people who smile a lot, you are automatically perceived as much more attractive than you believe. You might not even do it consciously. Maybe you're just a happy-go-lucky person, but that does add certain points to your allure without you even knowing. Number 8. You laugh easily at others' jokes. People absolutely adore others when they laugh at their jokes. So, if you're one of the people that easily laughs when people crack a joke, chances are that they find you way more attractive than you think. It's a neat psychological trick that their brain plays on them. It validates them and makes them feel better about themselves. This in turn makes them attracted to you as they crave that validation. They will try harder to make you laugh and hunt you down in social gatherings just to spend more time with you. You might not even be aware of this happening or do it on purpose, but that's just how it works. Number 9. People are either extremely friendly or downright hostile to you, nothing in between. You might get really confused when some people are very amicable with you, whereas others treat you rather distastefully. This polar opposite behavior is reflective of their own complexes and insecurities. Not everyone is capable of interacting with an attractive person without getting insecure. Someone comfortable with themselves would be friendly with you. On the other hand, a person who is not comfortable with themselves would only see your attractiveness as threatening to make them act downright hostile or rude. So, it is important to realize that it's not your fault that others are rude. You shouldn't take it personally. Just learn to take their hostility with indifference. After all, they think you are attractive enough for them to find you threatening. So in a way, that's almost a compliment. You win. Number 10. People subconsciously make a duck face while talking to you. Finally, do you ever catch people making a slight duck face while talking to you? This is another indication that you are way more gorgeous than you think. Although it doesn't have to look like the proverbial selfie face that some girls on the internet make, it is more a subtle expression in the way the other person slightly pouts their lips periodically while talking to you. This is more of a subconscious reaction. People pout their lips when they want to draw attention to that area and want to be kissed. So, now you know why people do this when they're conversing with you. You are beautiful in ways you have never thought of. We hope you like this video. But before we go, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any videos on psychology. And make sure to check out our Love and Relationships playlist for more. And thanks for watching.